Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to come on here to actually carry on the conversation from yesterday about the period we're going through with all these shifts energetically, with a lot of the messages we're getting with these solar flares, with the awakening that is happening, with the discomfort, with the physical and genetic upgrades that also feel a bit uncomfortable at times. But, and I mentioned yesterday, we have to navigate this holistically, looking at our spiritual, mental, and physical health, and understanding our connection to the tree of life, if you choose to be on the tree of life, to see how every organ is part of the tree of life, is one of the stops on the tree of life, and how our like angels going up and down, our hormones go up and down the body, the tree of life, stopping in different places, opening different pathways and doors, giving messages. So really understanding, this is really a beautiful portray of how we belong in the bigger picture, in the universe, in what God has created, because it is nothing random about how we are made. Nothing. It's not just a bunch of cells coming together having this physiological anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is actually also looking at synchronicity and angelic numbers. And I just had a 144 in front of me, which is a very powerful number. Just a few minutes ago I had a 666 in front of me, which by the way is not the devil's number, that's fallacy, but 666 is really about not being attached to materialism, but claiming abundance, to do something meaningful with it. I actually had, right now I saw 669, which if you flip the 9 is 666 as well. So messages coming through, I see synchronicity all the time. I really see the same numbers every day. Mostly are the 55s, 88, 77, 22. So, and now I'm seeing a lot of 66 because I started talking a lot about manifesting money. And manifesting money is coming with me rewiring my relationship with it, to understand that it's an exchange of energy. So me giving something and receiving this paper, really. But that paper has value if you do the right thing with it. So it's not greedy, it's not materialistic. It's not for me to buy a mansion. It's not for me to buy a Porsche. For me, actually, is setting myself up so that I can keep on helping, offering, and assisting others in their growth, and also investing in myself to keep on growing, which is actually one of the things that I really love, is this continuous exchange. It's really about expansion. And this was actually my word for the beginning of the year. In January I was like, I'm starting the year not with a resolution, but actually with a word. I got it from Erin from Emo Breath, and my word was expansion, and this is really part of it, and it's happening. So part of my rewiring the brain is connecting to wealth and money, and 666 keeps on coming up as a reminder. Do this. You're doing this right. You do this with that in mind, that you're not attaching yourself to materialistic things. Makes complete sense to me. So the message today is to pay attention to these messages that are coming from the angelic realm. Once you understand that we have angels inside our body, we are connected to the tree of life, as I mentioned yesterday in the video. Now we are actually going outside ourselves as well, looking for these messages to come at us to confirm what we are working on. And we all have to, the ones that are awake and you feel it and you know that there's something happening, you're going to start noticing these things. You're going to start noticing numbers. You're going to start noticing patterns. You're going to start noticing a lot of things that could seem random, but they're never random. Nothing is. And you're going to just pay attention to them a little bit more, so that you know whether they are confirmations or guidance, okay? And we have to really know that we are truly blessed. We are lucky, because we have these guides, these protectors all around us all the time. We're never alone. Even when we feel lonely, we have to really just step back and think, okay, but do I feel lonely because my ego is feeling lonely? Like, I need people, I need buzz, I need distraction, because the ego doesn't want you to go inwards. But if you go inwards, do you have that space with these guardians that are with you and that support you? quite honestly, I have found that is very true. And there are moments where all I want to do is get distracted, like, go out and try to see if maybe I can go and have coffee with somebody, maybe I can have a meal with somebody, I can go out, I can do stuff, I can do, right? Instead of like, okay, no, hold on a second, I'm just gonna be right here. I'm going to be with myself. I'm gonna be uncomfortable. I'm gonna think and feel things that I don't necessarily want to feel, and I'm gonna have to go through them, and I'm going to have to get this message that I'm supported and I'm looked after. And I've always been looked after. I am one, in my opinion, of the luckiest people I know. I always had the right circumstances placed in front of me. Now, whether I took them and I valued them and I appreciated them or not, that's a different story. I certainly didn't when I was younger. But when I look at my 20s, I never wanted for anything. Never. Like, never. So I have to be really thinking back and thinking, wow, I always had angels with me. I mean, I can tell you a story. This is definitely one that I've been thinking about more now, that I'm connecting to my angels to express gratitude, because, sometimes it's easy to say, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. Like, I've said it many times. But then I always get a reminder, 555, I always get a reminder that actually I am here for a reason. There is a reason I'm here, and there is a reason why I didn't depart when I could. And this came to me, in 1999, I was in a car with my then boyfriend, Olivier, in Mauritius. And we lived in Black River, which was a beautiful part of Mauritius, but not as developed. Right now it's like super developed, everybody lives there. At the time, nobody wanted to live there. And I loved it, it was really nice, like low-key, super nice. And Olivier was asked by his mom to go and buy something in, I don't remember if it was Port Louis or QP, one of the cities, because we didn't have access to what she wanted where we were. And he was playing video games before. He was playing this racing video game. When he said, okay, we can go, I don't know, the look in his eyes, I feel, like I remember the feeling. It just looked like it was glazed over, like it wasn't present. But I didn't pay attention to it at all. And, I was a kid and I didn't listen to my intuition, as I haven't many times, which got me always into trouble. But anyway, we are in the car, and we're on this main road, which is 2 lanes. We're going up, and I see Olivier speeding up. But, I trusted him because he always drove, and he drove okay, and we never had a problem before, and I didn't drive anyway, so who was I to say anything? So I was just like, we're going a bit fast, but okay. And the car in front of us started slowing down, and Olivier didn't want to hit the back of the car, and he moved on to the opposite lane. And without, I don't know if you can see it, but this bus was coming down at a super high speed, and we hit it head on. We had a collision head on with this bus, and the car we were in was like this teensy little car, completely like a matchbox, and it was destroyed. Well, my dear friends, I came out of that car completely unhurt, unscarred, uninjured, not even a bruise. I had a little bit of a redness on my neck from the seatbelt. That is all. Olivier hit his head on the steering wheel, and he lost consciousness, and I thought he died, to be honest, because he hit it like strongly. But he was awake, he was alive, and he came back to it within a few minutes. But the guys, everybody from the bus came out. They were shocked, they were afraid, they thought they were going to see body parts and blood and stuff. There was a bit of blood, of course, from Olivier's face, but not. Honestly, when you see an accident like that, you're imagining the most gross thing ever, because it was insane. But I had nothing. I came out of the only thing, I was traumatized. I was in shock, but nothing. And the funny part is this: as I saw this bus, time slowed down. It literally slowed. Everything was in slow motion. And you know, they say you see the light flashing before your eyes. And in a way, I did, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose all this. It was just like, I'm at peace. Because my soul was like, I'm going home. It's okay, no problem. I'm going home. And I didn't go anywhere. I'm still here in this human experience. But it was a lesson. I felt so at peace. And I had forgotten about this. You know, you forget about it, you just go on with life. But it's been coming back to me because, well, first of all, because people drive sometimes a bit crazy and you're like, I'm gonna have an accident. So it's like, ooh, that one was a bit, I don't want to have an accident like that, that's for sure. But I'm reminding myself of that because of the beauty of the gratitude that comes with it. And so that's a reminder that we are never alone, that we have angels with us the whole time, no matter the situation. Sometimes even when we get injured and hurt, but we are still here, someone is looking after us, you know. Yes, sometimes it's time to go home for some reason, like, you know, you still have free will. And I guess I wasn't ready to go because I wasn't conscious about it. But I'm so glad I didn't, because I have the work that I need to do there. I'm only discovering now. And in 2004, just like 20 years ago, I had a homeopathic doctor who had this wonderful woman working for him. It was more like a healer. And she said to me, Chantal, you're a healer. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, you have a very special aura to heal people. I really didn't understand what it meant. I was very disconnected from a lot of stuff in my 20s. I believed it. I was still endorsing that lifestyle in the sense that I knew there was more, but I couldn't bring myself to acknowledge any of it in terms of my part in it, because I just felt it felt too big, and I was going through a lot of stuff. And so I didn't engage with it, but what she said stayed with me. And actually the other day, a client of mine came into my office and said to me, oh my God, when I come in here, I feel like I have to bring sunglasses. Like there is this bright light, and it's not just because of the windows. And the weather was like this, it wasn't bright and sunny, but it was, you know, this beam of light coming, I guess, from the essence. And sometimes I recognize that. Sometimes I feel like I'm in this bright light, and I get upset if I'm emotional or I get hurt by somebody. I can feel that light going down, and I don't want it to, because that's one of the things that I'm so grateful of, that I have this light that is really bright. I thrive in it. I feel so grateful for it. I can't even describe it. It's like I wouldn't change it for the world, really. So yeah, so I thought I should share this, but I hope this was helpful. I just want you to really tap into your intuition a little bit more and start noticing the signs. And as a continuation to yesterday's video, really, really pay attention to how we are connected to the natural world and to the spirit world as a whole, because nothing is separate, everything is together. We are created by the one, and we are part of the one. So we are going to see these connections, these links, these similarities, these reflections and mirroring in everything, in our body, outside our body. And I really urge you to pay attention to that, because it's the most powerful thing you will ever do for yourself. Trust me when I say it. I think that if anything changed my life most, it has been that, paying attention to these things. It's given me courage that I didn't even have. I think I didn't even know I had courage to change a lot of things in my life, even the painful stuff. Again, I will share more when I'm ready, but you know, my personal relationship with my husband has really come to a place where I don't think we're gonna make it. I'm sure we're not gonna do it, because there are certain things that are important to him, and he won't budge on. And I think I've got all the rights not to. And equally, there are a lot of things that they hold true to me, and I feel like I want to explore, and I shouldn't be compromising, because I've compromised my whole entire life because I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to follow my intuition. And now I know I am. And I don't think I am. I know I am. I know I am worthy. I know I am capable. I know I am a wonderful soul. I know I'm not perfect. I am still a soul having this human experience, and I fuck up royally. But the good stuff is there, and I'm not going to minimize it or push it down or undermine it or undervalue it or criticize it. Or no, because that's a disservice to the divine. Period. Father didn't make us to be mediocre. He made us to be these amazing beings. And I'm going to make sure that as I love him, I'm going to serve his purpose. I'm going to serve his gift that he gave me the right way. So I really hope that you're going to do the same. You're going to feel that power. And again, if you want to work with me, if you feel called to have sessions, to have that support, I have a lot of beautiful ways that we can work together. Again, the body is one of the things we work on, so you have to be ready to make changes, but that really has a beautiful ripple effect on so many things, and I can promise you the magic will happen. I hope that this was helpful. I hope you find it inspiring, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.